Hi everyone, it's John Mitchell, and in today's video, we're going to look at the concept of employee training. So, training is the process where a business is looking to improve the skills and knowledge of the employees so that they're able to perform their job more effectively and efficiently. Now, new employees will often require some form of training to help them learn the way processes work within the business. However, training can be conducted for all employees. And employees may require training if the business is looking to change something or improve in some way. For example, things like employees needing training if the business is changing their processes or implementing any new technologies, if there's new safety procedures that are being implemented. It could be that the employee is undertaking a new role or going into a leadership position and they need some form of training for that. And there's lots of other different reasons that the business or the employees would undergo training. So many businesses will look to implement ongoing training so that the business can develop a learning culture and the employees are therefore continuously learning, and that helps the business continuously improve. Now, there are benefits for both the employees and the business. With regards to the employees, well, they get to improve their skills and knowledge and therefore perform their job to a higher level. Training can also help improve their job satisfaction and motivation. It could be that they feel valued by the business because the business is investing in them by letting them undergo the training. And as they improve their skills, it can allow them to take on greater responsibility in the business at some point in the future and can improve their self esteem as a result of that. And for the business, well, if the employees are getting better at their jobs, then the business is increasing their ability to achieve their objectives. So, a higher level of work can improve the quality of the goods and services that are offered to customers. There can be improved efficiency as the employees are better at their role, better at their job, and performing their tasks. Providing opportunities for training can also improve the business's ability to retain quality employees because they're more satisfied in their work, and it can also lead to continuous improvement for the business if they're implementing training in an ongoing basis. There are two main options when it comes to training. The first is what we call on the job training. And on the job training is the process of the employees improving their job related skills at their place of work. So it often involves the employee performing tasks or observing others within the workplace. So the employee is at work, often performing tasks while they're actually being trained. The trainer or mentor is often an experienced employee. That doesn't have to be the case, but for on the job training, it is often the case where the employee is learning from an experienced employee. And this trainer or mentor provides guidance and feedback to help develop the skills of the employee. One of the benefits of on the job training is that the employees are able to gain experience on the actual equipment that they're going to be using each day. So it could be the equipment or the software that they're using, whatever it may be, depending on what their job is. So that helps them learn the exact skills or the exact processes that they're going to need to actually do their job day in and day out. They also may experience real world situations. So it could be that the employee is actually dealing with customers or they're performing tasks by producing products while they're learning, and that can help them gain knowledge on the types of situations that they're actually going to deal with each day. And on the job training, it's often the most cost effective form of training because the business is making use of their own resources to conduct the training. And because the training is often internal, the business has more control and greater agility or ability to customize the training to suit their own needs. However, if the training is conducted by an experienced employee, well, there's a greater chance that poor habits can be passed on through the business. And while the employee may be experienced, they may not be an experienced trainer and so may not teach the employee well. Now, because the training is conducted at the workplace, well, there's a greater chance that there will be workplace distractions, making it challenging to learn effectively because there could be these kind of disruptions throughout the day. And the quality of the work being performed may be affected while the training is being conducted. So, for example, could be that you've been served by someone in a store while they're being trained, and that can sometimes impact the level of customer service that you're receiving while these employees are being trained and they're serving the customers. The other form of training is off the job training, and this is the process of improving the skills of employees in a location that's away from their workplace. So there may be different ways to conduct off the job training. For example, it could be in a classroom, and that classroom could be a very formal setting, such as a university or TAFE course. It could also be online learning away from the workplace, or employees may attend a conference or workshops to learn from different experts with broad experiences in the area that they're being trained. And one of the benefits of off the job training is that the employees are learning from experts in their field, which helps provide a broader perspective. So the employees can learn from the broad and vast experiences of these experts. There's also no workplace distractions, and the employees are able to spend the time learning without those interruptions in the workplace. Now, with off the job training, it's often a more structured approach, which can result in a more consistent and effective training experience than it can with on the job training. And there's also the potential to access resources and tools that may not be available to the employee within their normal workplace. However, off the job training is often the more expensive form of training because the training needs to be paid for, as well as the cost of the employee being away from work. Now, while the employee is learning from an expert, they are not learning now on the equipment that they will be using in their normal role, or at least not in the environment in their normal role, which can make the transfer of skill and knowledge challenging. And because the business is not in full control or may have no control over the training, because there's likely less customization, as there could even be employees from other businesses at the same training. And no work is completed by the employee while the training is being conducted. So that can hurt productivity while the employee is being trained. So, just to recap, training is the process of improving the skills and knowledge of employees so that they can perform their role more efficiently and effectively. There's lots of benefits for both the employees and the business. And we've got on the job training, which is where the employee learns at their workplace, normally while performing their actual job, but they're often learning from an experienced employee. And we also have the other training option, which is off the job training, which is where the employee learns new skills away from their workplace. So that brings us to the end of this video. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, just remember that for questions, activities, and for help in your VCE journey, then come on over to teachingbubble.com.